Let's go to one of the most keenly watched seats in the country, the Ayawaso West Wuogon seat. A lot of rumors have been flying about social media, but we now have the certified results. Lydia Seyram Alhassan has won the Ayawaso West Wuogon seat. Let's go there now.
At the Coalition Center here at the University of Ghana Business School. This is a coalition center for the Ayawaso West Wuogon constituency. Well, ecstatic scenes here with supporters of the NPP's parliamentary candidate, who's also the incumbent member of parliament, Lydia Seyram Alhassan. Well, a lot of them have come here in their numbers, and what they say is that they have won the polls. They say their own coalition from their own strong room indicates that the polls have gone in favor of their candidate, Lydia Seyram Alhassan. I'll just get a bit closer to a few of them and speak to them. My boss, you are here, you're jubilating and all that. We know the EC is inside there, collating the results. Why are you jubilating?
We are jubilating that because we do the hard work because of COVID. Because the day that you are registering the registration, you see that a lot of the students are not around, so they all go home. So now you do the massive job at the registration center doing the registration. So today, when you go to the pool, you know that you've done a good job. So you do our calculation and then other things together. So today, I know that Lydia will win, but tell John that he will never ever come to Ayawaso again to contest any candidate that NPP will provide.
You say you know that Lydia will win, but the coalition is not done.
But you have already done it.
You have done yours.
You have already done it at the polling center. Okay. You understand? Because you have a lot of people that are the various places are the agent. Yes. So now I believe the hard work that are done in my center, they done it. They do the same thing.
Great. So you think that the hard work that you have put in is paying off, even though the EC has not declared the results?
Yes.
Great. So that's what you're having him tell me, that he believes that they've put in a lot of hard work. But he says that they've put in hard work, and that is why you're jubilating. But is it not too early for you to be jubilating at this time?
No, it's not too early. We are in power, but we did our best. We've worked so hard for this seat, and you know this seat belongs to NPP, and we are not ready today. We are not ready tomorrow, and we won't be ever be ready to give out this seat. John belongs to the movie industry. He should go back. This is a mature seat. We don't need somebody who is a joker. We need a serious.
No. You got to hold on there. Now the decider of who gets to represent the people in Parliament is the people themselves, and they have to vote. And they have gone to the polls. While the EC is still tabulating and collating the numbers. Well, you don't know what the outcome is going to be, and you're here, making claims that you're going to keep the seat. How?
Oh, we have already won. I mean, we have our own coalition center.
What does your data say?
Well, I will not give you any number or any delegate so that it will bring controversy. But I know Lydia has won, and she has won hands down.
Just coming here now is the incumbent member of parliament, Lydia Seyram Alhassan, and so these are scenes, live scenes from the Ayawaso West Wuogon constituency. Lydia Seyram Alhassan just getting here quickly. So we'll just try and get some quick words from her. Just quickly try and get some from her.
How has it been for you today?
I told you earlier. NPP. This is a traditional NPP stronghold. We have won this seat for the 6th. So for me, it's normal. For me, it's normal.
Well, your team members are saying that you've won. I mean, have they showed you the data? Have they showed that to you?
I was doing that with them. We did it together, and it looks very positive. We're waiting for 5 polling stations. We have won. Look, waiting for 5 polling stations. 2 of those polling stations, NDC won, and we won 3 of the polling stations. If you put it together, we are heading for a very good margin.
What you say?
He has been with me through difficult times. I pray he hears my prayers. I want to thank my team. I want to thank the executives. I thank the patrons, the leaders, the coordinators, the police station executives. I thank my constituents who voted for me. For those who didn't vote for me, I know they will do it the next time around. For my critics, I am grateful for your constructive criticism, which made it possible for us to win the seat. And one people to thank for making this possible. I thank all those who supported me, His Excellency, the President of our land, the First Lady, the Chief of Staff, all those who made it possible contributed for us to come this far. For me, the work that we have done is there for all to see. My constituents came out to reward the hard work. They came out to vote for His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and also voted for me. This first time we have done so much, and I keep saying that we have built a hospital within 2 years. I was voted, or I was sworn in February last year. I'm not even 2 years yet. So what else do you expect from the constituents who have this level of leadership for someone who has been MP for less than 2 years? Come into my constituency and see the developmental projects all over. We have built renovated schools. This campus have seen a lot of developmental projects from me. The students are not here. He would have been beaten heavily.
But Lagos
And that is Lydia Seyram Alhassan. You're live on your election headquarters. As you can see, we are live from the situation room where all the results are coming through. That's the screen to my left. Below us is Studio 997. Bernice Abu-Bedulansa is standing by with our expert panelists. We'll cross over to them shortly. But we have Manuel Kranting on the line because what we just heard was Lydia Seyram Alhassan speaking a bit earlier. Manuel now has the certified results from the Electoral Commission, which confirm that Lydia Seyram Alhassan has indeed retained her seat, and she is the re-elected Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wuogon. Manuel, take us through that confirmation.
Well, so Daniel, the certified results from the Ayawaso West Wuogon constituency under the hands of Derek Ejekum, who is the returning officer for the constituency, and maybe I'll just start off from the parliamentary election itself. Lydia Seyram Alhassan, who was the incumbent and has been retained and declared MP-elect, out of a total of 78,199 votes cast. Lydia Seyram Alhassan had 39,851. John Seto Dumelo, who closely was following Lydia Seyram Alhassan, came through with 37,478 votes. Gifty Buchi, who ran on the ticket of the People's National Convention, PNC, came through with 160 votes. And then Richard Mauli Amegate, who was an independent candidate in this election, was able to garner 108 votes. In all, 595 votes were declared invalid, or if you like, rejected ballots.
Right.
And so that essentially put Lydia Seyram Alhassan ahead of all of them with 39,851 votes, making her the MP elect as was declared by the returning officer just this morning, well after 12 hours of coalition up from last night up until somewhere around 8 a.m. This morning. And when you go into the presidential polls itself, it's interesting, Daniel, that you take note of these numbers. That yes, the NPP won again. President Akufo-Addo won in this election, but John Mahama did quite better than John Dumelo. And these are the numbers. President Akufo-Addo had 39,962. 39,962.
No, just help me a little, okay? So that our viewers and our listeners can properly understand this. You say President Akufo-Addo has
39,962.
62. That's
yes. Yes,
okay.
and it's instructive to note that the presidential election had a bit of a higher turnout than the parliamentary. So the parliamentary in total had 78,199 ballots cast, but presidential had 81,773 total ballots cast. And it's out of that number that President Akufo-Addo had 39,962. John Mahama followed closely with just less than 300 votes, and he had 39,709. 39,709. Take note that John Dumelo in the same constituency representing the NDC had 37,478. 37,478. While John Mahama did, slightly better, well in over 2,000 votes more than John Dumelo. He had 39,709. Christian Kwabna Andrews, who is popularly referred to as Sofo Chiabusum, who is a flag bearer of the Ghana Union Movement, the GUM Party, was in a distant third position with 322 votes.
Right.
322 votes. Ivor Kobna Greenstreet, who, interestingly, had run for, parliamentary...
Member of Parliament.
He had actually run for the parliamentary seat in 2004 and on the ticket of the CPP. This time around, running as the presidential candidate on the ticket of the same party, was able to garner 137 votes. 137 votes. Ekriadonko had 41 votes. And Henry Herbert Latty of the GCP, they had 11 votes.
Right.
Hassan Ayariga of the APC, 14 votes. Kofi Percival Akpalu of the LPG, 18 votes. David Apasera had 19 votes. Bridget Jogonoku of the PPP had 91 votes. Nana Konedo Ajiman Rollins had 26 votes. And the independent candidate, Alfred Kwame Stedu Walker, came through with 28 votes. And so these are the certified results from the Electoral Commission. But then I'll just quickly pass through and say that these results are being challenged by the NDC in the constituency. I've spoken to the constituency chairman of the NDC, who tells me that In fact, he's alleging what he calls deliberate sidelining by the Electoral Commission. And he says that this sidelining was done with impunity. He says that they were not involved in the process. So all of the parties that were represented at the Coalition Center had their own carbon copies of the pink sheets, which were certified from the various polling stations. And so under normal circumstances, the practice has been that when these pink sheets are brought to the Coalition Center and the EC does its coalition, it just tries to reconcile with the various polling various political parties and their polling agents, just to make sure that the numbers that it has collated just tally with the numbers on the carbon copy of the polling of the political parties. But the NDC claims that they were not involved in this process at all. What they say is that they were able to identify some disparities in the numbers and, if you like, repetitions in the numbers of the polling stations which were recorded at the Coalition Center. And so they requested that the EC indulges them to reconcile.
Right.
They allege this wasn't done. But I've spoken to the presiding officer, the returning officer for the constituency, Derek Ejekum, who tells me emphatically that this was not officially brought to the attention of himself or any of the other EC officials in the Coalition Center for that matter. They say they have engaged all the political parties. In fact, the certified results that I read from for you has the signature of all the political parties and their reps. And so this was done. And so all of them, in fact, the NDC,
including the NDC,
represented by Daniel Na, in the presidential election, has, signed. And then he also signed for John Dumelo on the, a result summary sheet. And so that just buttresses the point of the EC that they had engaged them. But as it stands, the NDC says it's consulting with its legal team to be able to come up with a strategy on how to proceed from this point.
Mano, pardon me, give me Lydia Seyram Alhassan's vote tally again. Just hers, just Lydia Seyram Alhassan. It was 39,000.
Yes, Lydia Seyram Alhassan has 39,851 votes.
851 votes.
Yes, please.
Thank you very much, Manuel Kranting. So you look at the presidential and the parliamentary results for Ayawaso West Wuogon, and I know that this is fodder for the analysts because John Dumelo was quite loud on social media especially, but you see his presidential candidates polling nearly 2,000 votes more than he did. You see Lydia Seyram Alhassan also a bit shy of her presidential candidate, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, but by just about 100 votes, 962, 851 here. This is something that the analysts, of course, will chew, and I see Studio 997 is ready with Bernice Abu Beid Ulansa and our guest there. We'll go into those details.